Hello everyone, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I want to talk about Bill Russell. If you haven't already heard, or if you've been living under a rock, we are saddened to hear the news that NBA legend Bill Russell has passed away. This is an unfortunate time for NBA fans, because this man has shaped the way we see basketball. He is a pioneer in the game we love. He was also a leader in many civil rights movements. He walked with MLK, he stood up for his rights, and he overcame adversity throughout his life. We didn't just lose an NBA legend, we lost an amazing human being who everyone should look up to. But he has moved on, and we are grateful to be able to experience his aura and hear stories of him. My heart goes out to the Russell family. May he rest in peace. Thank you, legend. The greatest winner. What does that exactly mean? Well, when you go back into NBA history, you find some of the greatest players to ever grace the hardwood. Once-in-a-lifetime players, generational talents, greatest players of all time. Along that list of talent, you stumble across one in particular. A player with such an extensive background both on and off the court. A player where you just bask in their aura. What you have stumbled upon is a player with more rings than fingers to count. A player that forged one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history. To keep it quite short, you find the greatest winner of all time. And that winner is Bill Russell. Bill Russell was born on February 12, 1934 in West Monroe, Louisiana. As you can expect, Bill was exposed to segregation that was rampant throughout America. Many hardships that would go on to forge the person that he would come to be. Believe it or not, Bill Russell struggled to develop his basketball skills early. He was unable to pick up the game as someone else may be able to. And because of these setbacks like that, he was cut from his middle school basketball team. He would go on to make his high school basketball team though, where of course he was shamed by everyone because of the color of his skin. Even through adversity of that level, Russell would dedicate himself to basketball with the help of his high school coach and a growth spurt that would set him above most. Later on, Russell would go on to win a gold medal at the 1956 Olympics, defeating the Soviet Union. Bill Russell debuted in the 1956-57 NBA season under the Boston Celtics. It is here where Russell would forge his legacy playing his entire career in Boston. His first season would be finished off with a stat line of 14.7 points per game, 1.8 assists, and 19.6 rebounds per game. You may notice that I haven't mentioned blocks, which is a stat Bill would be held highly in. But unfortunately, blocks were not a recorded stat at the time. Freakish speed and athleticism is exactly what Bill possessed. While big men at the time were known for being positioned under the basket and slow moving, Bill was a great exception along with a few other names. Speedy like a point guard and vertical unknown to someone that size is exactly what he possessed. This season will culminate in Boston's first NBA championship under the leadership of the great Bill Russell. He would go on to win 8 more rings under the Boston Celtics and 2 as a coach. I personally consider his best year to be the 1961-62 NBA season, where he would put up a stat line of 18.9 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, and a crazy 23.6 rebounds per game. Russell would be a 12-time All-Star and a multi-time first All-NBA team selection. Alongside Russell, he played with some of the greatest players. He graced the court with players such as Bob Cousy, Sam Jones, Casey Jones, and John Havlicek. there are plenty more players. Even with a studded roster like that, Russell had competition. Speaking of, go no further than Wilt Chamberlain. Whenever the two would clash, it was a big deal. Both were superstar talents who showcased what it meant to be a superstar big man. Although Wilt was a better scorer and possibly a better playmaker, Russell, on the other hand, was a better teammate, a better fit to the team he played for. Although Chamberlain may have won most of the individual battles, Russell won when it counted the most. They would meet in the finals for the first time in 1964. Russell Celtics would go on to win the series 4-1. Many players look up to Bill Russell current day. He was a trendsetter, a pioneer, a basketball legend, and an amazing man on and off the court. He has left a huge impression on the game we love to watch and play. We would see him out in the finals, giving out the finals MVP every year. But now that he's gone, we can reflect on the amazing career and person that he was. Thank you, Bill Russell, for what you brought and left behind. Rest in peace, legend.